As we talk a little bit about this, I mean, how are you getting the customers who are not current customers from Epic Studios? Are you getting them through SEO, content, direct sales? What is that you're doing?
So every one of those, right? It's we want the entire machine to be working, and we're still kind of refining that process. But it's set up to be a mix of inbound and outbound. Inbound is obviously the promised land when they can just simply find you through organic SEO methodology. I mean, that's fantastic, but you cannot rely on that alone. We've got a lot of different retargeting going on within socials, within display network. We don't have any search ads through Google Ads up just yet because it's a very competitive market. It's a very pricey, game to play. And I think that we'll probably get there, but for the time being, we wanted the data kind of to drive a decision as to where we want to, target in terms of search ads. So it's a mix of all of these things. In terms of outbound, cold outreach is absolutely a good way to approach this, using tools like Albatross to see who's been to the site, and then doing some account-based marketing on that end. Of course, that always helps. And then once they're in there, I mean, depending on the size of the location, this could be sort of a medical client, like a hospital, where the hospital will have its primary listing. But in addition to that, Google also created automatically listings for each department in the hospital. So that's, typical hospitals about 30 or so. But really where the excitement is the practitioner listings, right? Every physician, whether they know it or not, has a Google My Business listing, and it's typically tied to that hospital in some form or fashion. So we were talking with a hospital up in Boston the other day. They have about 30 departments, and then there's a total of 2,000 physicians within that system, right? So if we were to bring that client on board, you're looking at hundreds of thousands of dollars in terms of the out the door revenue on it, and so that's a big deal. That's more of an account-based marketing approach, whereas the sort of mom and pop, I'm a candy store, a butcher, like you mentioned, those are going to have a more of an automated induction sequence where, once they get started, we ask them, okay, now add your listing, just give us sort of name and phone number. From there, add your payment details, start your subscription, and then, kind of keep an eye out, because we'll kind of, like I said, clean it and take it from there. So depending on the size of the offering is sort of how the sequence is kind of tailored. But once they're in there, there's a lot of basically, sort of automated emails that are triggering based on their actions. If they add the listing but didn't add the payment details, if they added the payment details but didn't start the subscription, a lot of email triggering to bring you back in.
That's